Dreams all have a starting point and spawn from somewhere, sometimes by inspiration and sometimes just because it's meant to be. For Sacred Heart University senior Josh Cohen, a right-handed pitcher from Oakland, New Jersey, pitching on the biggest stage against the best players in the world happens to be a case that is meant to be. Major League Baseball is Josh's dream, and in short, Josh and baseball were destined to meet, and they are destined to stay together.
My journey has been anything but conventional. It's been one out of the blue, one that's been against all odds. In a way, I've gone through all ups and downs. Ever since I was 5 years old, I've wanted to be a professional baseball player. My mom wrote on a Post-it note when I was 5. She stamped it on one of my desks. She said, "Joshua's going to be 6'3" and be a professional baseball player when he's older."
With his dream established and belief from mom, growing up, Josh had his eyes set on what he wanted to do in life and how he was going to make it a reality. Nothing worthwhile comes easy, and obstacles along the way are to be expected. But what Josh was about to encounter was something that no one ever would expect, especially at the young age of 15 years old.
I'm out to dinner with my family. I'm sitting across from my sister Kaylin, and she goes, "Joshua, what the hell's wrong with your face?" And then my mom goes, "Stop making fun of him." But then she looks at me and she goes, "No, wait, something is wrong." Doctors had no idea what it was. And then after a bunch of scans and doctor's appointments and whatnot, they didn't find anything. Then there was one specific radiologist that put a glove on, obviously, put his hand in my mouth, and he's like, "It feels like there's a lip of tobacco in your mouth." I'm like, "It's funny because I don't do that." And he goes, "Yeah, it feels like it's right, under your cheekbone kind of thing." I was like, "It's pretty weird." And then they sent me to get a CT scan and an MRI, and it popped up right there. I was diagnosed with a rare form of bone cancer called Ewing sarcoma, right here in my right cheekbone. And it was very unusual because that type of cancer is usually found in your hip or your pelvis. My initial reaction hearing it was one like no other, obviously in disbelief. But when they originally told me in the hospital, my first reaction wasn't, "Am I going to survive?" My first reaction was, "When's the next time I can play baseball again? When's the next time I can pitch again?" And that thought just took me and brought me through my entire process of having cancer, because I knew I was going to be strong enough to survive. All I wanted to do was play baseball again.
The old saying is, if there's a will, there's a way. And Josh's strong will and determination would carry him past this fight against cancer. After 251 days of chemotherapy, treatment, and fighting, Josh had won the battle against cancer, and in his words, had done so with flying colors. Something as serious as cancer was not going to stop Josh from pursuing his lifelong dream, and he was now ready to make his return to the field.
I wanted to introduce myself, get back to the recruiting process so I can play baseball in college. UConn is my dream school, and I went to a UConn baseball camp 3 months after post-treatment. I was the only pitcher there who didn't give up a walk or anything like that. So I go up to the coaches after the scrimmage. I'm like, "Hey coach, my name's Josh Cohen, blah, blah, blah. How did I do? What's my evaluation?" And they said, "You were this velo, whatnot. You use your legs well, but maybe your velo can come up, put on some strength." I was like, "Okay, great, thanks for letting me know. I just want to let you know that just 3 months ago I finished my last cancer treatment, so I'm still building up." And they're like, "What did you just say?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm working back. I want to do this, so I'm working really hard towards it." And they're like, "Okay, we got to follow you." Ended up committing junior year summer, going to my senior year of high school. My life was kind of put together. I felt myself mature a lot. I felt myself being put together. And then I get to UConn. I love everything about the school. Just the atmosphere was great. But I just couldn't find the success I had once seen prior to coming to college. Just the whole new environment. I guess I can say I let the game speed up on me in a way. And I let that get to my head as a freshman. I wanted to do so many things, but I wasn't capable of them yet. I never faced any sort of baseball adversity in my life up until college. And the baseball didn't come as easy. And I just found myself in some troubles and more mental issues and that sort of thing, just like lacking confidence and whatnot. Transfer after my sophomore fall, I go to Bergen Community College in New Jersey. And that was quite the experience. It was right in the middle of COVID. We couldn't play any home games because of COVID. They wouldn't bus us anywhere, so we had to drive everywhere, pay for our own gas. It was kind of crazy. We played 13 games. I played maybe 3 of them. And I transferred in due part because I wanted to get innings, because I didn't get any innings at UConn. I was like, I want to get innings. In COVID, I got maybe 7 innings.
These uncontrollable obstacles would not stop Josh from finding a way back to a Division I school and continuing to chase his dream of being an MLB player. The restrictions from COVID-19 prevented him from being able to showcase his ability and impress schools. But through perseverance, belief, and hunger, he found himself back at the Division I level. now attending Sacred Heart University and ready to get even closer to achieving his dreams.
I think Josh's story makes the person he is. With him battling cancer, it's not something that everyone goes through. Not everyone knows the fight, the mental battles that he had to work through, the physical battles he had to work through. And I think with that in the back of his mind, knowing that he overcame that, I feel like he knows he could overcome anything if he just puts his heart into it. And he does that every day on the field. And he's still pushing, so it gives you that little extra to keep pushing yourself.
This year I'm looking forward to being successful in every aspect, and I say that in terms of I really have found my confidence back. So this year I'm excited for things to go well, and I'm anticipating them to go well. I got a lot of things done this summer. I cured all my anxieties, all the bad things in my life. I got rid of them. I'm just so excited, man, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity to keep playing.
I was just really proud of him for overcoming this extremely hard obstacle and just persevering through it and just not willing to give up, that kind of thing. And just years later, just continuing to work.
He's got a tremendous amount of potential, which shows itself sometime. When I say potential, Sacred Heart doesn't see a lot of professional type potential. Josh has professional type potential. So his challenge is to deliver that performance every time out. And if he does, he's going to get the attention of scouts. He's going to have a tremendous year at the school, and he's going to be able to play after college. As a person, he's really, through his life experiences, really mature beyond his years. He's very passionate about what he does.
What really keeps me going is not only my family, but the will and desire to be an MLB player. Ever since I was a kid, 5 years old, I will make that happen, and in 5 years, I promise you that will be the case. And I'm not aiming for just to be a professional or a major league. I want to be the best of the best, and if you're not chasing the greatest of all time title, then I don't know what you're chasing.
Josh is someone you meet and just automatically root for. He's got a crazy story and a great one within it too. He's kicked down door after door and continues to chase his dream with nothing standing in his way. I'm Bryce Johnson, reporting to you from Fairfield, Connecticut, Sacred Heart Sports Media. Peace.
Going is the thought of being successful in baseball, and I just keep going every single day.